Hi, I am Pastor Rich Warnecke from Christ Lutheran Church in Pewaukee, Wisconsin, and welcome to our Friday devotion. I can't wait until fall begins, and especially October, because then we can enjoy Lego nights once a month through Christmas into the spring. And I think one of the things that most of the students who join us for Lego nights, what they enjoy are the Lego challenges. And then to be able to win prizes, especially it seems like one of their greatest prizes is Play-Doh. To be able to take a little container, open it up, and take the clay that's inside and mold it in whatever color it might be into things that they can create. I'm not necessarily sure if parents enjoy that, especially when they bring it home, but what fun they have as we sit in the grand hall enjoying the Lego challenges and being able to build things out of that Play-Doh. It's kind of funny. It's God who takes Jeremiah to a potter's house, and it's there that he sees a potter working on his clay, molding it into something that will be functional for many a household. And yet the potter that he's observing, he's got a piece of pottery that isn't being shaped into something that is useful. There's a flaw to it. So what does the potter do? He takes it and reshapes it. He has the ability to do that, the power to do that, because he owns that clay and he can make it into anything he wants. If there's a deformity in it, he can reshape it and to make it into something that's brand new, something that doesn't have a flaw in it whatsoever. It's God who reminds Jeremiah that's exactly what God has done with Israel. Israel belongs to him. They are the clay and God is the potter. And what God has done is formed a nation for himself. He has set up a contract with them, a contract that is completely one-sided, where God says, I will be your God, I will guard you, guide you, keep you, love you, save you. A God who is just in his holiness, but a God who is gracious in his mercy and love. The Lord, the compassionate and gracious God, slow to anger, abounding in love and faithfulness, maintaining love to thousands, and forgiving wickedness, rebellion, and sin. When people get to know the nation of Israel, the people of Israel, they get to know God. They get to know his love. If Israel doesn't repent, Israel can be crushed by God because he owns them. They can be condemned forever. But if they remain faithful to God and listen to his word and rejoice in his promises, God will be there to forgive them and to love them forever. Isn't that also the case for you and me? God is our potter, and we are his clay. He has molded us into his children, into his family. He's breathed his grace into our life through the power of the gospel. And now when people get to know us, they get to know Jesus. When they get to know us, they see sinners who are forgiven, unless we simply do not believe any longer, and God has every right to crush us, to send us straight to hell. But if by grace through faith we put our trust in him, we will live with him forever. A nation, a people, a person formed to be his child. As Peter says, you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a prized possession of God, with a purpose, that you may declare the praises of him who called you out of darkness into his wonderful light. May we rejoice in God our potter, rejoice in what he has made us, all because of his undeserved love. Listen to what Jeremiah says in Jeremiah chapter 18, verses 1 through 6. This is the word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord. Go down to the potter's house, and there I will give you my message. So I went down to the potter's house, and I saw him working at the wheel. But the pot he was shaping from the clay was marred in his hand, so the potter formed it into another pot, shaping it as seemed best to him. Then the word of the Lord came to me. O house of Israel, can I not do with you as this potter does, declares the Lord? Like clay in the hand of the potter, so you are in my hand, O house of Israel. Until next time.